Good morning. I hope you enjoyed a wonderful Easter Resurrection Sunday. And, you know, one of the characters we didn't talk a whole lot about this Lenten season is Mary. And she is one of my absolute favorite New Testament characters, favorite Bible characters, one of the people that I have a million questions for. And one of the reasons why is because she had to have a million questions. Let's just try to imagine it. We find out in Luke chapter 1 that an angel visits her. And, you know, she's a poor teenage peasant girl, okay, in a culture that did not really empower women a whole lot. And the angel comes to her and says, "Greetings, favored woman, the Lord is with you." And she was just like, "Oh, this rocks. This is wonderful." No, the next verse, 129, says, "Confused and disturbed." Mary tried to think what the angel could possibly mean. And then the angel says, "Don't be afraid, Mary." It's kind of like, well, it's a little late for that. I'm confused, disturbed, and I am really afraid. So there's all these things that Mary didn't have the answer to, right? She had to be afraid, wouldn't you? But the angel announced that she would give birth to a son, and she had no idea how that was going to happen because she wasn't married yet. And that her son would have King David's throne, and he'd reign over Jacob's descendants. And she has to be like, excuse me, like how? How is that going to happen? Oh, and one more thing. This kingdom that your son is going to reign over will have no end. I mean, you're talking mind blown, absolutely blown. So as Bob Goff, and I give him a shout out here, borrowing some thoughts from him, he puts down a wow and yikes. I'm not sure that Mary knew either of those words, but she would have given the Hebrew Aramaic equivalent of wow and yikes. It was a huge one, but especially for a teenager in a small town, small village in Israel. And now she knew she was going to have a baby, a son who's going to be king, and he's going to basically be, you know, Lord of the universe. That's just, don't you think she had a few questions? How about you? Don't you have a few questions in life? How did Mary choose to deal with it? Well, we find out at a couple points in Luke's gospel, which is, he got a lot of information from Mary. And the only way he would have known this is he talked to Mary. In Luke 2:19 it says, "But Mary treasured up all these things and pondered them in her heart." I like to say, she did not put them on social media. She didn't put them on Instagram. She did not put them on X. She did not put them on Facebook. She stored them up in her heart. So her soon-to-be mother status was unique to her, but it's typical for all of us to be into circumstances where we've got like a few square feet of fixed points in our lives, surrounded by acres and acres and miles of question and unknowns, okay? And answers are just as scarce as can be. So what do? I know, I'll just freak out. No, how about ponder these things in your heart? How about pray about them? To a handful of trusted people, what did Mary do? Oh, she went and she talked to Elizabeth, her relative, who was a little bit older, somebody who had spiritual insight and wisdom. Yeah, you can talk to somebody like that. Eventually, she talked to Dr. Luke, and he records it in Scripture. But there's a lot for you to hold on to in your heart as well. It doesn't matter who you are. And if you're breathing, you've stored a lot of things in your heart. Hopes, happiness, expectation, disappointments, all of it. The question is how you respond to the biggest questions in your life. Will you store them up, confident that God is going to bring them to a good resolution at some point? Or are you just going to kind of freak out with all the uncertainty? I encourage you, be like Mary. Store the things in your heart, present them before wise people, and bring them before God. And yeah, there's a lot of uncertainty and ambiguity, but God is with you. Trust Him. He'll guide you through. Have a great week.